fun one. So I am going to present on, let me start sharing my screen here. Hello. There we go. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, great. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to present on creating math resources with AI. I use AI to help me make my study guides most of the time. A lot of my curriculum comes with a test, but it doesn't come with a worksheet beforehand to review and practice those skills before they actually take the test. So I like to create those study guides for them. So that's what I use AI for. I just found myself taking way too much time on the weekends of just thinking of different problems, thinking of different numbers to use and things like that. And I think I went to a C3 conference where I had Amanda from the Archdiocese talk to us about using Google Gemini and AI to help us with those things. And I tried it out and I loved it. So it just saved a lot of time and got me my weekends back, which was nice. So yeah, I'm ready to share those with you and excited to see what you guys can come up with. Before that, a little bit about me. I work at St. Euphrasia School in Granada Hills. I'm the 8th grade homeroom teacher, and I teach 6th through 8th math, 7th grade science, and 6th and 8th religion. I'm in my 4th year of teaching and my 2nd year in middle school. I am also the academic decathlon coach and the yearbook co-editor. So if anyone has questions on those two things as well, I'm happy to answer questions on those as well. I'm a big Disney fan. I love the Dodgers and I love the Oregon Ducks. I also love hanging out with my friends and family, listening to music. I got my bachelor's degree from the University of Oregon and my master's in teaching at USC. So like I said, just a little overview, just learning to use AI to help us create those additional resources that we need. I know like sometimes in a time crunch, like I might need just a little resource really quick. Let's review multiplying fractions or just something really quick. And that's when I utilize AI, is to find something really quickly that I can download, print, and give it to the kids right away. So that is what I'm trying to teach you guys to do and how to use that in the classroom. And then we're also just going to compare the two different AI tools. There's ChatGPT and Gemini. I was a big ChatGPT person first until I started preparing this presentation for you all. I started messing with Gemini and I actually learned I loved it way better. I loved the tools that they came up with, the resources. It was just instant of how I could apply it into the classroom, whereas ChatGPT took a different step or another step in addition to what they gave. So I'll show you both ways and see which one you like best. But yeah, that is what we're going to do today. And just remembering that we are not replacing the curriculum at all. It's literally just to help us teachers have those extra resources on hand whenever we need. So why use AI? Creating math materials takes a lot of time. So just making it easier, faster for us to get those resources out to the kids and making sure that we remember that we are in control. We are in control of the AI. We are asking it to make whatever we want. So it's not just AI or ChatGPT, Gemini, please come up with a curriculum on this. We're not doing that. It's used as an additional resource on top of what we are already teaching. Okay, so I'm going to show you my first demo of how we can use it. If you have an upload of a test or quiz that you can upload directly into ChatGPT or Gemini, that would be super helpful. You're just going to watch me do it first, and then I will give you guys time to do it on your own. If you do not have an upload of a test or quiz ready, you can always just think of a topic that you've been teaching, and I will show you how to do that as well. So first, I'm going to go ahead and open up ChatGPT. And I'm going to use the prompt of make a study guide for this test using the same type of problems, just different numbers. I am teaching my kids right now slope. So let's see, I have a file
Sarah,
right here.
We can't see your screen. We only see the slides.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for telling me that. Let me fix that. Okay, window, okay, entire screen. There we go. Okay, now you should be able to see it. Okay, great. Okay, so I just copy and pasted a upload of one of my tests that I have coming up. And then I'm going to use the prompt of make a study guide. Oops, let me see. Make a study guide for this test using the same type of problems, just different numbers. Oops.
Sarah, you can X out of that little box too that's popping up on your screen.
Where?
The meet.google, if you move it back over, there's an X in the corner.
Oh,
If you want
okay.
to get rid of that. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. So I'm just going to copy and paste this prompt into ChatGPT. And the thing with AI is the more specific you get, the better results you're going to come up with. So like I said here, I literally just said make a study guide for this test using the same type of problems. I never said make a downloadable PDF or something that I can edit or anything like that. So it literally just gave me what I asked for. So it is very literal with what you ask. So this is what it comes up with. And I'll show you what my original test looks like and how the formatting is a little bit different. But it comes up with the main idea of what it's asking or what the test is asking for. So this is what it comes up with. It comes up with the whole thing. Let me show you what the original test looked like and how it compares. So this is what the test is. Very different compared to what it gave me, right? It has the graphs and the tables are organized nicely and things like that. So what I would do usually is I had used, before I started using Gemini, I would just use this as a template to copy off of, and then I would then go make it again on another app. I would use Notability. So it would add an additional step to it, but it took the thinking of it all, trying to come up with the numbers and making sure that they all worked and things like that away. So I did enjoy that part of it. But once I started using Gemini, I ended up realizing that that was something that we could use and utilize right away. So let me go ahead and show you how that works in Gemini. I'm going to paste the exact same prompt into Gemini, and then I'm going to post the exact same test into here. So again, I didn't ask for a downloadable worksheet or anything, so it's most likely just going to come up on the screen. So here you go. And with Gemini, it is more literal with what it's asking. You're asking for a study guide, so it's going to give you ways to how to study for this, what to remember, and things like that, rather than actual problems, where I'm looking for actual problems. So we do have to remember that we have to be specific with what we're asking in order to get what we really want. So this is their form of study guide. And now I'm going to put in, can you make a downloadable? Make a downloadable study guide with practice problems from the uploaded test. And let's see what happens. When you do ask for the downloads, it can take a little bit longer, but it is shorter than obviously making your own. So, all right, so here we go. And here you go. So it comes up with something that I think would be nice for the kids to see, but then you can also see how it doesn't fully have the right like format, I guess. It adds in those dollar signs, right? We don't need those dollar signs, so we would have to ask for it to like be editable so we can fix all those things, but it is something easier that we can use. It comes with tables, comes with concepts explaining what they should be doing, comes with the graphs, which is nice, which ChatGPT never came with graphs. I would always try to ask, can you make a graph? And it would never work out the way that I wanted. So this was just always nice. Here it kind of messes up where we're looking at fractions here. So it is something that gives you something faster, but you would have to probably edit it yourself if you wanted to as well. I don't know, you guys, I've done this 3 times now and never has it come up with all these dollar signs. But of course, when I present it, it comes up with all these things. But again, it is just something easier to use. And let me see if we can do an editable study guide. Okay, great. Now it came up. Oh, see, it came up with Google Sheets. That's not what we want. Okay, I will come up with, I'll show you a different template that we're going to work on. But anyways, it kind of gives you that main idea of what you want the kids to focus on, and then how you can, how they can practice with those topics and give them key concepts and things like that. All right. Now, let's say you didn't have anything to upload. Let's say we wanted to do just make a quiz or make a study guide on finding the slope of a line given 2 points, just a topic that you're reviewing right now. So let's go ahead and try this one. I'm going to plug this into Gemini just because I like the way it comes out better. I'm going to make a downloadable. And I'm actually going to do worksheet instead of study guide so that it comes with just more problems. Okay, so here we go. So here's an easy way to just literally pop in a topic into your AI, ask them to make a worksheet for you, and it comes up with something so easy to use, download, print it, hand it out to the students. So it definitely works more with just the simple topics. I practiced with the study guides literally all weekend in preparation for this presentation, and it never gave me a problem with all the dollar signs or anything. See how it gave a fraction here? Like, it never had that problem. So, but again, something super easy. Maybe you just need something quick, pop it into AI, and you got that downloadable resource to use. So that is just a way to use it to make study guides or review things for your students. And then we can also, we already did our little quick compare to both of the AIs and what they look like. We can also just make extra practice worksheets based off of just a math standard, the grade level. And then you can also be more specific with what you want it to be. I made an easy prompt here of making a downloadable practice problem worksheet for 7th grade level based on that standard, focusing on finding slope using the slope formula. I want a total of 10 problems on the page, an example problem at the top for the kids to reference, and I want box worked areas for each question. So when you make it more specific like that, is going to come out exactly how you want it. I think you've seen multiple times how I've done where I wasn't as specific with what exactly I wanted, and it just comes up with exactly what you're asking. Whereas when you are more specific, it will come out to that final product that you're looking for. So here we go. Okay, so let's see. And there you go. It comes up again, a nice practice problem, how to solve it, what to do, and it comes up with those boxed areas and an answer line and all of those things. I think it even has a name. Yep, name and date, which is great. So again, fast and easy. As long as you're specific with what you're asking for, it'll come out and give you the final product that is worth using. Let's say we wanted to differentiate those worksheets. Maybe they're having some struggles with that topic. Some kids are having struggles. Some kids are on grade level, and some kids are even more advanced. So let's try making an example that is for all different levels. So now I'm going to put it back into that Gemini. Can you please make a version? I'm going to put downloadable just in case so that we get exactly what we want. Downloadable version for struggling learners. Average learners. and advanced learners. And it should come up with 3 different worksheets so we can hand them out to whichever student where their level is. So here we go. We have a more scaffolded one. So this is where it kind of goes back to get some previous knowledge on functions and then finding slope, going step by step. And again, I wasn't as specific. And let's say I wanted to make sure that they had those 10 problems, then I had to be more specific with what I wanted. So again, it's very tedious with what you asked for. I'm going to paste that same prompt in and make a version for struggling, average, and advanced, and I'm going to show you what we get out of that. But again, showing you that you have to be specific. If I wasn't that specific with that prompt that I put in, and it didn't give me exactly what I wanted. But I'll show you the ones that they did. This is for the average learner. And then advanced. Okay, let's go back to the original prompt I put in. Copy this one. So exact same prompt. And then make a version. And this should give us more what we're looking for. All right, let's see. There we go. So kind of gives it step by step of how they should be filling those formulas in. And it's more of what I wanted, the 10 problems, boxed areas, and such. So I can't say it enough. And obviously we wouldn't, if we were to print this out, we would white out these things. Like we wouldn't have a struggling version on there. So you do have to make sure that you're checking what is on there before you hand it out. But yeah, I think it's just so much better of our time, so much better use of our time, especially in the classroom if we need something to hand out to kids quickly. They finished work early, extra practice, things like that. So, and here we go. So yeah, let's see, what was next? How are we doing so far? Is everyone following along? I need to find you guys again. Okay, here we go. Everyone doing so, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to stop sharing. There we go. Just want to check in how we're doing. Everyone's following along, liking it so far.
I think the content filter in my school has blocked Gemini. I can't access it, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get home, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. Your administrator does have to allow access for it because all schools in the Archdiocese should have access to Google Gemini.
Yeah, thank you.
Connie, I can have Amanda Taylor reach out to you too, and she can help your tech lead, principal, whoever it might be, like get Gemini unlocked for you guys.
Well, I'm the tech lead.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, I can have Amanda reach out to you still if you need help kind of getting that set up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Great. And then one other way I want to show you how to use it. Let me make sure I'm screen sharing again.
I think you can share just your window too. So it'll share everything in like your Chrome.
Oh, okay.
Tab if you want to do that to avoid the mirror, because I know that gets crazy. There you go.
Okay. Let me box that out. Okay. So then I've kind of showed you the comparing. It's just the formatting issue. I've learned that maybe ChatGPT might be better for projecting. Like if you need something without printing something, you can definitely just type that in and you'll get the same layout of what you saw and you can project it on. Over summer, I worked summer school and high school, And we use it a lot for what I'm going to show you right now for exit tickets or warm-ups. We didn't necessarily want to print all these things multiple times for all the kids. So we just were easily able to project it onto the screen and the kids were able to write it down on a piece of paper. So ChatGPT might be better for that aspect. But if you want something that's physical to hand out to the kids, Google Gemini might be the best resource for you. Now creating warm-ups and exit tickets. Again, just a little prompt here, example prompt, create a downloadable exit ticket on finding slope using the slope formula where the student has to give reasoning as to how they solve the problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy paste that into Gemini. All right, go ahead and take a look. And there you go. They already gave you 2 of the same thing on one page. So all you have to do is send it in, get it printed, and cut it in half. And you got 2 of the exit tickets ready to go. So super fast, easy. Takes all the heavy workload off of us for these math little resources that we like to use. So now I just want to give a quick tip before I let you guys try to go do it. So remember, just making sure that you're clear and specific with what you want. The more targeted you're going to get with your prompt, the more likely you're going to get a resource that you're going to be able to use right away. Try using the follow-up instructions of like scaffold this for struggling learners, adding step-by-step explanations to show how to solve the problem, include worked examples, things like that. And then if you are going to try both ChatGPT and Gemini, try using the exact same prompts into both and to see what you get out of both of them. You might like ChatGPT better or Gemini, whichever one fits your needs best is what I recommend using. So it is now that time for you guys to go ahead and try to do that. I would like you to try to create a study guide for your own test or quiz that you have that you can upload in, or just a topic that you're teaching. And then create a 5 to 10 problem worksheet for a specific skill. And try narrowing down of like to a standard for a grade level, how you want the worksheet to be laid out and things like that, and see what you get. If you do have time, I would like you to try to do making the exit ticket as well and try making those different versions for each of those 2. Try using both, see which one you like. And yeah, I think Gemini is the way to go for sure, just with the way that it looks or how they come out. But I definitely recommend trying both out to see which ones you prefer. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. So I do think, Lauren, we're going to give them about like 15-ish, 20 minutes to go ahead and try that out.
Yeah, play around. I will play some spring jazz music for everybody. And let us know if you have any questions too.
Yes, please.
Sorry about that.
Hey, wait. I need you to show me how to convert a Word doc to a PDF again.
Seriously.
Sorry. There we go. Do you want to do like 5 more minutes, Sarah? Okay. Perfect.
All right. Hopefully you guys were able to, let's see, yeah. Hope you guys were able to make something that you can use. I did want to hear what happened here. Let me go back to not sharing and do this again. Let's go back to here. Okay. So I did want to hear about what you guys were able to make. Maybe you were able to use something, make something that you can use possibly tomorrow. If you guys had any struggles or what you found difficult, did you see that you had to be more specific with something to get what you wanted? Or even which one did you like better? Did you try using both ChatGPT or Gemini? You can say out loud or put it in the chat if you'd like, but just want to hear your thoughts about how it went making those resources.
Well, I wasn't able to use Gemini because of the aforementioned
Mhm.
rules, but I did use ChatGPT, and the only thing I don't like, I'm with you. ChatGPT doesn't always format things correctly, and then it also doesn't also include, even though you try to include graphs or images, it just doesn't do it. And
Yeah.
so, right now I'm trying to do like translations, and it didn't even give me like a single graph. So
Yeah.
then I decided to go to, I use Magic School AI a lot. So I went there, but they also didn't include graphs. So
Okay.
I'm going to have to wait until I can try the Gemini at home.
Yeah. Hopefully that does work. This past week was really the first time of me using Gemini, and I was surprised that it included the graphs because a lot of the AI, or I've only used ChatGPT, but every single time I've asked, please put a graph, it never worked. So I always had to, with ChatGPT, I was showing Lauren earlier, before discovering Gemini, I would use ChatGPT just to get those problems to
Right.
copy. And then I would end up using the app called Notability. And then I would literally copy it onto the Notability and make my own. So that was what I would use before finding Gemini. But yeah, it is.
I do the same thing you do. Like I grab everything I need from, I asked ChatGPT to create 10 problems on this topic. And then I create a separate handout using Google, the, the slides, Google Slides.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Format and then create tables if I need to, or get from the spreadsheet from Sheets, if I need to create a graph or whatever.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot of time. And
Yes. Yeah. I was telling Lauren, I mean, before doing this, I have all of my study guides on Notability. So, I mean, the work is done already for me to just use it next year. So I did find Gemini a little too late, but it is going to help me with just making those extra resources in class if I needed them. But it does take a lot of time. But my kids, they were really upset when I switched curriculums because I used to make all of my study guides and all of my tests. And then when I switched curriculums, it came up with the test, but never the study guide. And they're like, wait, what happened to your handwriting? And I was like, no more. I'm done making those tests all the time and stuff. And they're like, but your handwriting's so much more calming. I like it more and all this stuff. So I do make the study guides for them just so that I feel like they're a little bit more engaged with my stuff. But yeah, it does save a lot of time. And I know for future classes who have not seen my handwritten study guides, they'll be just fine with just seeing how or doing those completed worksheets on Google Gemini and stuff. I do think it's more student friendly on Google Gemini. It's something that the students can see, understand what they have to do, and it's not as intimidating. Whereas when you look at ChatGPT and how it comes out, it's like, wait, I'm very confused of what it's asking. So
I do like the fact that I was able to do step by step.
yes.
That on there. When I added that little phrase, provide a step by step, that I appreciate it. So it gave me a little bit more verbiage to use, with the students that I perhaps had missed or did not think of including. So that was neat.
Definitely. Yeah, good. Notability like GoodNotes. Yes, it is similar to GoodNotes. I knew Notability from high school and I've always had it since then. And I just got introduced to GoodNotes. I have not played around with it as much, but I do think it's pretty similar where you can like upload things on there, annotate, highlight, things like that. So they are very similar. Use Gemini to create worksheets on special right triangles. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad Gemini was able to do those for you. And was it able to do the shapes properly and everything like that? Because I know that's where I'm struggling. I haven't used Google Gemini for the shapes yet because I was too scared. But I thought it would be. Okay, good. Yay, I'm glad. Yeah, it is very simple. As long as you are direct with what you're asking, it's going to come out with a product that you can actually really use.
Yeah, Sarah and I were talking to like with Gemini, you can even have it create like infographics for you. And I feel like if you were to have ChatGPT do that, like it just doesn't look great, right? I feel like Gemini, like it actually creates something that you could download and use. It looks like somebody went into Canva and like created something and like popped it back into Gemini, which is really nice and helpful.
Yeah, the way that it just is presented, it just looks nice and clean. So good. So it's, you said that you still need to work on the shapes, but yeah, so I'm learning too with all the AI. It's all new and everything. So with my shapes for my geometry sections, I do go take screenshots of different shapes and I go add it, upload it onto Notability. But hopefully AI can help us sooner with those things and get that time back that we've been wasting. Let's see, what else do I have here? So just looking at the small wins, I'm glad we were able to make something, and hopefully you are able to use that in the classroom soon. Just making time, or having our prep time be a valuable use of our time, right? Not spending minutes and hours just trying to think of how this problem can work out, plug it in, and let's see what we get and just see what happens. You never know. We also want you to explore the AI Literacy Academy. Lauren has more details on that, of how you can deeper your skills in AI and just practicing with the AI and getting to know how it works is only going to help you make better resources for your kids. Lauren, if you want to talk about AI literacy.
Yeah, for sure. I can go ahead and share my screen really quickly. So just one quick thing, if you aren't in the Ignite Plus community, we would love for you to join. I will drop the link in the chat here in just a minute, and I will also put it in the follow-up email. But this is where like you find out all about like the learning labs. We drop a lot of like tech tips, resources, new strategies, different things that you can try in your classroom. You can also connect and collaborate with other educators like Sarah and kind of learn from her and what she's doing in her classroom and things that she's trying, what's working, what's not. And then we also have a lot of, you can go at your own pace PD in partnership with C3. So we have the AI Literacy Academy, which Sarah just mentioned, and that's a really great place to start if you are new to AI. Even if you're more advanced with it, it's a great place to start. We kind of teach you all about like what AI is, how it works, and then how to use it safely, responsibly, and confidently in your classroom. And we also have a lot of information on how to start incorporating it into your lessons and start introducing your students to it in a really safe way. So we have a whole pathway that focuses on 3 AI tools. And that does include Gemini. So we do a lot of sessions specifically on Gemini to help you really utilize that tool. We really feel like that's kind of the best, safest tool to use right now, just because of all the different things that Google is doing and how they kind of protect your data. And it's safe for students 13 and up to use as well, which is really helpful. We also have the Google Academy, which just goes through how to use all the different Google Workspace tools, the new Teacher Hive, which is great for new teachers, and then our Canva Hive, which will walk you through how to use Canva, all the different elements, all the different AI tools. We cover like everything from A to Z that you need to know about Canva. Again, I'll drop that link in the chat in just a minute. And then if you wouldn't mind, it should still be up on your screen. Sarah, I don't know if you can confirm or not. Is it up on your screen, the poll?
Yes.
In the upper right. Okay. In the upper right-hand corner, if you haven't answered the poll, just let us know what topic you want to see most for the next 2 learning labs that we have. So we'll kind of take that based on your feedback, whether you want to be more AI focused or Canva focused, which we will still include AI features inside Canva on those ones, but which kind of topics are you most interested in? We would really appreciate that. And then I guess we'll just hang out for a few more minutes in case you have any other questions. And I will go ahead and drop those links in the chat. And then I will follow up tomorrow with an email that includes all the different resources and a link to view the recording in case you want to rewatch anything.
Thank you so much for all of you coming. This was my first presentation for the Ignite Plus community. So thank you for being my guinea pigs for that, I guess. I hope
You did amazing.
I hope these resources are helpful, and I hope you're able to use them. So yeah.
Also, Sarah will be at the C3 conference in August. So I know we haven't launched registration, but that's coming. But she is one of the presenters. That'll be fun to go to your sessions. And you're doing one on math, right? Math and AI?
I will be doing one on MathSpace, how to use MathSpace in the classroom. And then I have one of how to use Notability. And then I was going to talk to Amanda about maybe adding this one in there too. So
oh, amazing. Love it. Yeah, no, you shared so many great things. It's just helpful to like see somebody walk through like how they're using it. Just like, I know Ronald left, but it's like, it does feel so intimidating. So when you see somebody, you're like, oh, I could do that. Like I could do that in the classroom. Like that's, it's a good starting point. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording. But I guess if we don't have any other questions,